retired foreign tactician for Super Eagles of Nigeria. As an ex-international slam, NFF's decision on that. Talking about the hiring a foreign coach for the Super Eagles. AFCON 2025 qualifying draw holds in South Africa July 4th. Enyimba goalkeeper Olorunleke dumps Enyimba for Sudanese Giants Al Merrick. MPFL referee suspended over poor officiating in Tracy Rangers match. And then his name is Saudi. Euro 2024 to kick off today. Scotland to open tournament against Germany. All these are more becoming your way in this month's edition of Sunrise Sports on Sunrise 96.1 FM. Tochkuku is my name, but they call me TC here. Yes, I have a sitter with me in the studio here. He is not Taribo West, but he is nicknamed the West. And then his name is Wachukuchin also. Welcome to the program and good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, TC. How are you today?
Very fine. Dr. Taribo West, you're not punchy. I can't hear you.
Alright, Enugu, I hope you are ready because this morning we are about to get it sporting.
Okay. Yes, we have a very good esteemed guest in the studio. Talking about the ex-Rangers international star, ex-Super Eagles player star, Atlanta 96 gold medalist. Talking about the Kingsley Obiegu Shagari.
Yeah, good morning.
Program.
Thank you very much, TC, for having me. Good morning, sports fans. I hope you're going to enjoy yourself this morning.
You play as a defender, and then between Kafu and Maldini, who do you think is the best?
Well, for me, when you talk of the best, you need to, watch their position of play.
Okay.
That's the first thing that will come into play. Okay, both of them started playing at fullback. From there, Maldini ended up playing as a central defender.
Exactly.
So I think, but Kafu is a player of his own. He's a player that brings a different dimension into the game.
Okay.
When he's playing as a right fullback, he always plays as a right wing as well. Okay, that is why, people see him as one of the greats during his own days. But having said that, Maldini too, made impact in the game. So it is difficult for me to, decide who is the best among the two of two, because they really gave account of themselves.
Very, very well. Let me hear from you, West.
Okay, I think I didn't see them play, but I think I've watched one or two clips. I think I saw Kafu play in the World Cup. So, my senior brother said it's hard to actually say who is the best, especially when you consider their position and the different dimensions they bring to the game.
Okay.
I can say we have two best, and that is okay.
Wow. Then, as a defender for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Kingsley Obiegu, who was your most difficult attacker that actually disturbed you as a defender?
Well, the notable one during our days is Samuel Eto'o.
Wow.
He had his first cap against Super Eagles.
Really?
Yeah, that was in 1997 in LG Cup in Tunisia.
Wonderful.
He's just a young boy that is coming up.
And then you played against him?
Yeah, we didn't know him that much. Okay, he was everywhere, but we need to play against him with all our experience, and at the end of the day, Nigeria won that match.
How was the experience like one-on-one with you?
Yeah, well,
Eto'o.
No, by the grace of God, my physique is one thing that gives me advantage against any striker.
Good.
There is a kind of intimidation I want to bring against any attacker that is playing against me.
Okay.
I want to make them believe that I'm a hard player, but I'm easy to go. I always use
this. I was just a little boy. there were only 2 televisions in the entire street. My father had one, then one other man had one down the street, and I saw a lot of people gathered in the kitchen, watching the television. You know, I didn't really understand what was happening then. It was, I think, when my father bought a calendar that had clips from Atlanta, you know, Russia. I feel very honored to be sitting next to the man.
Exactly. Yes, let's go into the business proper. Because a referee was suspended in Nigeria, and then good enough, we have a referee in the studio here, retired but not tired. His name is Barrister Victor Clay. Good morning, and thanks for joining us, Barrister.
Good morning, our listeners and the crew members here.
A colleague of yours was actually suspended this morning, and then a reaction has been thrown in that. Yes, referee Bashiru Saudi of Sokoto has been suspended from officiating the Nigerian Professional Football League by the MPFL Referees Committee. And then the suspension of Saudi was confirmed in a letter sent to him on Thursday. So this follows the controversial decision by the referee not to award a penalty in the match day 35 fixture between Shooting Stars and Enugu Rangers at Lenke Salami Stadium on Wednesday. Shooting Stars won the game 1-0. So in view of your judgment and then the inability to identify and then place in clear perspective the elements and then consideration in challenges for the ball leading to ignoring an obvious penalty situation in match number 354 involving Shooting Stars and then Rangers International played on June 12th, 2024 in Ibadan, a statement from the referees committee of the NFF stated. Yes, your action adversely affects the outcome of the match, and thus I am directed to notify you that you have been suspended down indefinitely and then with immediate effect. Let's not forget that the Rangers went into the game against Shooting Stars just 4 days after their home clash against Enyimba ended controversially as well. So that penalty awarded to Rangers for his foul saw the Enyimba players protest. But out there in Ibadan, a referee actually refused awarding Rangers a very clear-cut penalty, and then now he has been suspended. Let's start from the referee himself, talking about the Barrister Victor Clay. Referee.
Okay, thank you, TC and colleagues here, talking sports and making our people happy, giving them the latest in the sports world, and as the case may be, ESBS remains the best in the city, if not
thank you so much.
In the country. Yes, because they are fresh with the information, entertaining, and people, the people are now listening to it, and you know, they say, they had your name in the. I say, is it the first time you're hearing my name in the radio? When I used to go to Radio Nigeria, why didn't you say so? Say no, that the fan base, the listening base is now increasing.
Wow.
So I give kudos to the management and the sports crew and everything. We let them keep it up.
Thank you so
and
much.
Insist that we'll be hearing about ESBS in this cable what do you call it?
The DSTV?
The DSTV, yes. Let them move in there so that we will know what to do. Yes. Sure. Now, going to the issue you raised, you know, why do the referee committee or even an FF or whichever, why do they make this man a scapegoat? Why should they make him a scapegoat?
Okay.
I am not for him, really. Because what the law says, you know, let them take it, let them do it. I am not against that. But is it the first time? Why can't they now look inwards and see what actually caused, what caused the referee to behave the way he did?
Okay.
Have you watched his pedigree? Have you been following his games? What do you say about the home team and the rest of them? These are some factors that actually affect the referee when he wants to handle a match. Now, like you mentioned about Rangers Enyimba match at Enugu, you know, we said, what is the difficulty in presenting, in providing this VAR, video assistant referees, in our match venues, especially in top match areas, like you come to Enugu, Ibadan, which other places, you know, Kano, and the rest of them. This will actually help us, you know, because I believe referees, like every other human being, they make mistakes, and those mistakes, you know, could cause a lot, you know, and that is why VAR was even one of the reasons why VAR was introduced in the game. Now, the referee at that material time, I'm not him, must have taken that decision, either being influenced or not being influenced, or as a result of mistake, as the case may be. But my take on that is that the referee at that material time ought to have been, before you handle such matches at least at the tail end of every league, you must be sure of the type of play the referees you. They say this coming from Sokoto. I have no problem with that person. He might come from Zamfara or Zambisa. There's no problem. But the individual, the integrity of that referee ought to have been known. You see in the English league, you see what they do. Some critical matches, they will bring in a referee you don't even know that is even coming to come and handle that match. Yeah. I remember even in African Nations Cup finals or what, they brought a referee from Arab or somewhere in Asia to come and handle that game. That is to show you that there's no element of bias, the integrity and the quality of that play that referee should. So we should not crucify the referee alone in this aspect. Okay. Because my take is that it might be a mistake, he might have been influenced. But the issue is that why not do the right thing at the right time so that to prevent this type of thing from occurring?
Yes, why not do the right thing at the right time? I don't think Bashiru Saudi actually did the right thing at the right time there, because the people said it was a clear-cut penalty.
And that is the people saying, not the referee saying so.
Not the PR saying. So let's hear from very quickly from Kingsley Beku here.
Yeah, well, in as much as according to the law of the game, the referee have the final say. Yeah. That particular match is very, very obvious. And that is referee decision is very, very obvious. Okay. There have been a lot of debate in so many platforms and groups that have been in. And everybody have his own opinion. Yeah. But and his own view as well. There are people in our platform that say that the defender got the ball first. But if you watch the clip, I didn't see where the defender got the ball.
So to you?
Okay. That is one. Okay. Secondly, just like the ref said.
The ref here?
Yeah, the ref said. You understand now? Yeah. Okay, we are human beings and we can make mistakes. Exactly. Okay, but what we're saying is that we want our league to improve. Good. And this kind of stuff is not good for our league. Just like I said from the referee have the final decision. Okay. Look at what played out against Enyimba and Rangers in Enugu. Does that warrant Enyimba to abandon the match? No. Okay, Rangers have the same right to do the same thing in Ecuador, but they didn't do that. Why? Because it's not good for the game. Okay, I'm even finding a way to, talk to my friend Kanwanko, so that he will know how to handle this kind of situation, because it's not good for his image and for the team. He's an ex-international player, and Nigeria are looking up to him. If I were him at that particular time, I would have given the snagger to the team to continue the match. Because whatever you do, whatever protest you do at the end of the day, it will not affect the result of the match. Wow. The only thing that can happen is to sanction the referee or any match officer. So coming to the one that happened in Ibadan, which is still fresh in our memory.
Very fresh, yeah.
Okay, and I'm happy that it happened with the Rangers as well. Okay. Because people have criticized the Rangers and Nimbas match a lot before that one happened again. Okay. The previous league match. You understand now? So my take is that is a clear penalty. For my own take, as an ex-player and as a coach, we have viewed that many times. We have debated that, on our so many platforms that I belong to. Okay, people have their different opinion, but for me, just like the ex-ref said, the problem is that we need to know the caliber and credibility of all these players, all these referees that are handling matches towards the end of this league. Right. If you can see, Shooting Stars is in the fourth position with Remo Stars, Enyimba and Rangers. They are fighting for continental tickets. So these referees can be influenced, you understand now, at this particular time. So if we have to improve Nigerian football, we need to know the pedigree and the sincerity of these referees that we choose to officiate these matches.
Okay. That's a very nice one there. I think the sincerity and then the integrity of the referees has to be checked and then considered before officiating a match. I know West is itching to say something, but I will not allow him. Yes, now to the big one. The Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, has resolved to hire a foreign technical advisor for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Following the recent smart performances under the new coach, talking about the George. And then the executive committee rose from an East Board meeting on Wednesday and then resolved to employ an expatriate technical advisor for the Super Eagles in the coming weeks ahead of the AFCON and World Cup qualifiers, which will be coming on very soon. The committee resolved to beef up the NFF technical department with more qualitative hands. Equally, the technical and the documentary subcommittee will be rejigged with immediate effect, a communique released after the meeting said. And the communique didn't, however, disclose if the current Super Eagles coach will work under the new foreign tactician when employed or be sacked, talking about definitely George. And then while apologizing to Nigerians for the dismal output of and then a subsequent very poor returns in 4 out of 10 matches in the ongoing qualification series for the 2026 FIFA World Cup finals, the executive committee pledged to work assiduously and then put necessary measures in place to ensure a better prepared squad ahead of the AFCON 2025 qualifiers. And that's in September this year, and then the resumption of the World Cup qualifiers in March 2025. Meanwhile, the board expressed their displeasure with the poor attitude of some of the players towards the national assignment, and then they unanimously decided in favor of a more robust scouting program of outstanding Nigerian eligible players from across the world who can add tremendous value to the national teams as it concerns them. So many football analysts have questioned the Super Eagles coaches' technical and then tactical prowess after pretending over 2 poorly executed matches in the ongoing World Cup qualifiers. Now the Nigerian side forced South Africa to a draw in Enugu before succumbing to Benin Republic in a away encounter 3 days later. Wes, let me now give you a chance to talk. What's your take?
Okay, I think I was expecting this, but maybe not this quickly anyways.
Okay.
I was expecting us to go back to where we might start considering to get a foreign tactician, because at the end of the day, the truth is the truth. No matter how you choose to play around it, you do give the best man the job initially, and a lot of things influences the decision of our football governing body. When they chose Finidi was not in any way the best man for the job, considering those who applied. And when you eventually give Finidi the job, did you give him room to do things the way he really wanted to? Because looking at the 2 games we played, I don't think we fielded our best team. And even with the team he had at hand, I don't think the best 11 was on the field. So the abysmal results that we got were expected. And thank God the next qualification is coming up next year. So if they can get it right, if they can just make the right decision, maybe, just maybe, we might get results from the remaining 6 games that we have.
Okay. I thank God we have a Super Eagles player, ex-Super Eagles player here. So let's give him a chance to express himself here.
When you are reading out the headline, there is something I picked. Okay, there was a statement that said they are robust, scouting program.
Good.
I think this is where the whole thing lies.
Really?
Whether you engage a foreign tactician or local tactician, if you don't go for that robust scouting program, we still get it wrong. For me, I'm not surprised about the result we got in these 2-legged matches, because I knew it's going to happen. The players just, come back from holidays, and most of them went home gallivanting, enjoying themselves. And some of them report to the camp 2 days to the game, 3 days to the game, which is not good. The last time I came here, I told you that if we want to get it right, the FIFA calendar is always short. It could be 1 week, it could be 2 weeks. And if you don't get these players in camp to train together, there's always a problem.
Okay.
And this is what played out in these 2 matches that we played. Okay? The coaches didn't have enough time to work with the players. There are transitions in the management, in the coaching crew. You understand now? I'm even surprised that at the end of the day, that the coach invited Ndidi. Because he made a statement the last time that he's not confident that Finidi is capable to handle Super Eagles.
Yeah.
If I were the coach, I wouldn't have invited such player. That is me. after making that statement.
No matter how good he is.
No matter how good he is.
Really?
Yeah, I'm telling you, that is me. You understand? I wouldn't have invited him because he doesn't have confidence and trust in me as a coach. So why bring him to the camp? But we Nigerians, Nigeria has become like a UK where everybody talks and know about football. Okay, I've been fighting, all the whole platform that I belongs to, journalists, coaches, players association. This has been the topic of the town. Okay, but having said all of this, I think the NFF, they didn't give Finidi George enough time. Why? Because the pressure is already there.
All right.
The first 2 matches we played, outside Finidi being the head, we didn't have a good result. And he has come in now, played 2 matches again, we didn't have a good result. So the pressure is there on everybody. You understand? Whether the NFF technical directors, whether the NFF, the coaching crew, the pressure is on everybody. We don't want Nigeria to lose out in the next World Cup, just like what happened the last time. It's not good for the country. Nigeria is a big nation when you talk about African football. So that is why there's this pressure. So if NFF thinks that they're going to hire the foreign tactician, I don't have any problem with that. Okay. But the problem is that we need to work with this foreign tactician. That's another question now.
Right. Well, nobody knows. And before that, let's seek the thoughts of Ambassador Victor Clay on this very issue.
Yes, thank you very much. Much has been said on this particular issue, and I think letting my voice here, is something to be talked about.
Okay.
Yes. Now you find out that the whole problem. I place it on the shoulders of our sports administrators.
Good.
I place it there, and no other person. I'm not even blaming the players. I'm not blaming even the coach. Our administrators. Okay, why are they now trying to do what they ought to have done?
Exactly.
Before now? They say scouting for robots. They don't have to use English now. Robots to this and that, all the global blah blah and the rest of them. This is what they ought to have done before now. Okay, you are injecting new players in crucial matches like this. You are bringing. There are some names I have never heard. Like it's not compulsory that I will know all of them, but at least they will be so. I mean, they should be playing in some good leagues. Where we watch and then we find out that these people are doing well. I don't know them. I'm not compulsory that I must also know them. But the issue is that why are you making guesswork with some players? You have a team already. Coming from AFCON, yes, we came second, no problem. Coming from the AFCON, he ought to have built on that team. Okay. Built on that team and then make some injections here and there and then see what could have come. How can Benin? I mean, if they say there is no more minors in African football, but not to the extent of Benin in a neutral ground defeating Nigeria.
Do you know that Benin Republic
is being handled by Raw?
60% of their players are Nigerians because I've coached them. I've worked in Benin Republic. I know that.
I don't doubt
60% of Nigerians.
I don't doubt it.
And these are players that feel that they are just in Nigeria.
Yes.
So when they have this kind of opportunity, they want to make a statement.
Yeah, sure.
You understand that? So that is what players are.
Yes, but they are going by the name Benin. Yeah. Benin Republic. That's going by the name Benin. That's what they are going by. So for now, they defeated you. I don't think they have done that before. Unless maybe you will check history.
I checked the head-to-head, but I have not defeated.
Yeah, have you seen it?
I think the best result they got
was a draw.
Was a draw.
Yes, you see. So how can you now explain this type of thing? We are now qualified. We are now going for the nation for the World Cup. We missed at the last time, and before now in this studio we also criticize George. As George, that the position is too big for him to handle at this material time. We gave example with Bayan that hired that Man City captain, former Man City captain. Company. That's the same thing. We say this here that no. Well, I don't know how he managed to get there anyway. Politics can do anything here in Nigeria. But the issue is that the issue is that the sports administrator should be blamed. They say that okay, now if you scout new players now, you now want to feed them into the remaining matches. And what result do you want us to get if you inject them? When we have a team already, established team that did very well at AFCON, we could have bet on. Okay, in fact, okay, look at the pattern now. Look at the pattern. You know, you are playing 3-4-4 formation. Well, where in world have you seen that kind of thing? Either you play a lone star, a lone striker, or you pay two. This is the modern. It's a 2-4-4, so that at any material time, either you are chasing Victor or you are chasing the other person. No, that's.
I think at this point I have to come.
You see,
I think when you talk of formation, okay.
Sorry, you go on. So sorry. So the issue is that when you now find out that your formation is not working, check out Real Madrid for instance. They might start with 5-4-1. But at the middle of the game, they will change. You wouldn't know how they change that formation, and that is where the coach's experience comes in. So you cannot maintain 3-4-4 in match A, match B, match C, and with wrong. I don't want to say wrong player, but those who are not competent enough to go into such matches, and then you expect good result. We have said that Nigeria will not qualify.
Okay.
Do any type of mathematics you want to, football mathematics you want to do. We are not going to qualify.
I'm so happy the way.
Yes, and I don't want to miss word in that.
Yeah,
and I want to bet any person. South Africa, you go to beat for South Africa in South Africa. Where were you going to get the points? Is it at Uyo or Abuja? And the case may be.
No. I still believe Super Eagles can still qualify.
That is your belief.
No,
it's your belief.
If they don't touch the group, they can qualify via playoff. You understand? If they can, get their ass to.
You have started your mathematics again. Who will lose? Who will lose for you to win? All of them.
Let me take it from the formation.
Who will lose?
Let me take it from formation. You said.
Okay,
he mentioned something there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a coach. And my best formation is 4-3-3. Okay, that is my best formation. I have worked with that, and that have really helped me in my coaching career.
Really?
Do you play it always?
No.
Always?
But if I'm going into a match, I still have plan B.
Good.
I still work on 4-2-3-1. I still work on 4-4-2. So if I start a match and the 4-3-3 is not working, I can change the formation during the course of the game without my opponent knowing. That is number one. And if you're not good at that, it will always be a problem for a coach.
Okay, I'm not continuing. Let me just ask you a question here. Are you very comfortable with the kind of formation Findijo played in those two matches?
No, not at all. Just like the barrister pointed out. When he started with that formation, I read the game for about 20-30 minutes.
Okay.
And see that the formation is not working. That is when you see the capacity of the players on the bench now that you can bring in to change the formation. You understand that? And that is the purpose of having those assistant referees around him.
Yes.
So what are they doing? They are supposed to be match readers and know how the other opponent is playing, so that they can help the coach at the point in time. If the formation they started the game with is not working, they can in that game immediately, change into another formation. You understand now? And sometimes it can throw off the opponent if they're not good enough to read what they're doing.
The trend at that time.
Yes. As at that time. Yes. So barrister is right. We're coming to that now. Okay. Then regarding Finidis appointment, you say you're going to ask me about that.
Yeah, he's your friend.
For me, he's my friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but for me, the reason I thought they gave him that job is because he is assistant to Pesero.
Okay.
When they were there. Okay? That is number one. Okay? I would have thought that they will give the job to somebody like Emmanuel Munike, which I've coached under 17, I've coached Tanzania national team. You understand? But it didn't happen. At the end of the day, they gave it to Finidi. The reason might be that the assistant coach of Ivory Coast during the Nations Cup, when the coach left now, the coach took over now, and he transformed the team and won the AFCON.
Why are we doing